Ako si Amador R. Cabalonga, Education Program Supervisor ng MAPE. Nagbibigay pugay sa Legislative District na buo ang suporta sa Radyo Eskwela sa Isabela.
You're listening to SDO Isabela Radio-Based Instruction.
Come on, Mape!
Yay!
Mape paawit, Mape pagguhit, Mape sayaw at Mape lusog ka. When learning continues in Mape Edukalidad. Hey!
When learning continues in MAPE Edukalidad.
Good morning, my dear students. How are you today?
Oh, yeah!
Very good. You're all kicking and alive. I hope that your wonderful day would last long as we will discuss a very informative lesson. As we go on in today's lesson, I am your radio teacher, Karen Joy A. Monforte, and I'll be your guide all throughout this day.
Wow!
Are you ready, class? Very good. This time, we set up everything. Have a seat where you feel comfortable in order for you to learn in this lesson well.
Okay!
A few reminders before we start is don't forget to bring with you your pen and paper so you can write important details about the topic. As you pay attention, do focus and avoid distraction. Is that clear, class?
Okay!
Previous quarter provided us an overview of the phenomenal capabilities and possibilities of the electronic or digital media available in today's technology-driven world.
Wow!
This have enabled amazingly innovative art forms to evolve far beyond traditional painting, sculpture, and architecture. As quickly as technology is able to develop new devices, gadgets, and techniques, modern artists and designers adapt to them to enhance their creative expression. In this quarter, the modern techniques and trends in the photography, film, print media, digital media, and product and industrial design will be explored. Most notably, the talent, creativity, and quality workmanship of Filipino artists and designers in all these fields will be recognized and celebrated. Do you find it interesting, class? I know you will love our lesson for today. You want to know more? Okay, let us continue. Not only have this brought Philippine artistry to the world's attention, they have also opened up an entire range of opportunities for young Filipinos to develop and apply these talents and earn a living doing so. As quickly as technology is able to develop new devices, gadgets, and techniques, modern artists and designers adopt them to enhance their creative expression. Okay, class, are you familiar with photography? Very good. Yes, in its early stages during the late 19th century, photography was viewed as a purely technical process, that of recording the physical or visible images by light action on light-sensitive materials. In fact, its very name from Greek photos or meaning of light and graphos meaning writing. It states this process literally. There is more about photography. In comparison to the highly regarded arts of painting and sculpture, then photography was not immediately considered as an art. But it was not long before the artistry of 20th century photographers elevated this light writing to an aesthetic form from its own right. Are you still with me, class? Do you still follow? Alright, you know what? There is more about photography. Being a modern art form means that photography is now viewed as being more than just about the beautiful. It is also considered one of the most powerful means of communication. Did you get it, class? Another art form which has risen to tremendous heights within the last century is film or cinema. As its early name motion pictures declared, film brought another year dimension into play, that of moving images. Possibilities of this medium created a new art form that was to become a powerful social and economic force and a legacy of the 20th century to the world. Cinema, just all the modern arts, has been greatly influenced by technology. In the case of cinema, however, it is an art form that came into being because of technological advances. The transition from still photography came in the late 1800s with series photography and the invention of celluloid strip film. This allows successive still photos of a moving subject to be captured in a strip of film, advancing through a single camera. This was the seed of the highly advanced film medium that we enjoy today. And you follow, class? Very good. Another media art is the animation. Do you have any idea about it? Yes, that's correct. In recent decades, a whole new career opportunity has emerged for creative Filipinos via the field of animation. In fact, Filipino animators have been involved in the creation of some of the best loved and technically challenging animated feature films produced in the last few years. Among these are Toy Story, Up, The Incredibles, Monsters University, Cars, and others. Well, can you name some? That's great! Another media-based arts and design is the print media, or a conventional form which includes large-scale publications such as newspapers, magazines, journals, books of all kinds, as well as smaller-scale posters, brochures, flyers, menus, and the like. Of course, all of these now have their digital counterpart that may be accessed and read in or may be read in the internet. However, there continues to be a demand and a purpose for the actual printed forms of this material. And whether printed on paper or viewed in the web, these materials once again involve and showcase Filipino artistry. Did you get it, class? Very good. Let us now move on to the innovation in product and industrial design. Yet another breakthrough arena for Filipino imagination, ingenuity, and innovativeness in recent decades has been that of design. Specifically, this encompasses product and industrial design as applied to furniture, lighting, and interior accessories, as well as fashion from haute couture to bridal ensembles to casual wears. As a result, a number of Filipino designers have risen to superstardom both locally and internationally. Can you name those Filipino designers? Very good. Cebu-based Kenneth Conbuque is a multi-awarded designer and the creative director of Hive, a design and manufacturing facility for designers of interior accessories and lighting. Conquest's fresh and exciting concepts and excellent craftsmanship have earned him the acclaim and the patronage of discerning clientele the world over, including prominent Hollywood celebrities. Are you still with me? Monique Villiers is also hailing from Cebu City, a Filipino fashion designer. She rose to prominence for her exquisite wedding gowns. but she has since become one of the darlings of the Hollywood celebrity set, with several A-list stars having worn her couture creations to gala events and award shows as well as to their own weddings. This is really interesting, isn't it, learners? Another name that has a prestigious place in the New York fashion industry is Josie Natori. Born Josefina Almeida Cruz in Manila, this Filipino-American fashion designer began her career as an investment banker before she made the dramatic shift to creating her own lines of lingerie, resort and lounge wear, as well as semi-formal and casual attire. She went on to establish the Natori Company that has built up a lifestyle brand that today includes 4 lingerie lines: the Josie Natori ready-to-wear collection, home accessories, fragrance, and eyewear. Probably best known to the general public as a judge on the television series Project Runway Philippines is Radyo Laurel. Is much admired Filipino fashion designer with a number of national and international awards to his name. He trained at New York's Fashion Institute of Technology and at Central St. Martin's in London. Moreover, he is also a savvy entrepreneur, establishing House of Laurel and Rahul Laurel Enterprise. His creations maintain a Filipino sensibility, incorporating embroidery, beadwork, and hand-painted prints, while also offering the prestige of limited edition pieces. Thus, he has gained a loyal local following the attention of the international market. Laurel also co-pioneered the social enterprise known as Rags to Riches. This organization enables women from poor communities across the country to earn through creating fashion and home accessories out of upcycled scrap cloth, organic materials, and indigenous fabrics. Today, Rags to Riches has evolved into an eco-ethical lifestyle brand. You want to know more about Filipino designers? Well, known for her fashionable knitwear lines since 1985, Lulu Tan Gan had been dubbed as the queen of knitwear in the country. That specialty has since evolved into a new hand-woven line called Indigenous Couture that blends Philippine artisan crafts, fabrics, fibers, and other local materials with Tangan's signature contemporary lifestyle dressing. The designer's vision is to encourage the use of stylized indigenous and traditional wear, as she draws inspiration from the rich textile and embroidery traditions of the Philippines and interprets this in modern styles and silhouettes. Further, each Tangan creation is 95% handmade, hand-looped, knitted, and woven by a Philippine artisan. Are you still with me, class? Can you still follow? Another Filipino designer who has been advocating the use of local weaving techniques and natural fibers is Dita Sandico Ong, known as the wrap artist of the Philippines of her famous bold colored wraps. Well, Sandico Ong first experimented with the local weave of Locosur, known as Isabela, as well as with pineapple fibers blended with Irish linen, dubbed Piñolino. From there, she tried other local fibers, particularly abaca, which she was introduced to by weaver and entrepreneur Virgilio Apanti. Sandico Ong has since been working with a multi-purpose cooperative in Catanduanes, training them in natural dye extraction and advanced weaving techniques for abaca. Today, her collection includes wraps of panuelos, as well as boleros, jackets, and long tunics of banana fiber and abaca. Her designs are presented in a fashion show or in fashion shows around the world and are sold in high-end shops in major international cities. So class, have you learned about media-based arts and design in the Philippines? Did you understand our lesson for today? Well, you have any question? Okay, so let us see if the lesson is clear to you. I will ask questions to evaluate your understanding. Seeing the Philippine achievers in this field, both locally and internationally, how do you view the potential of our people in terms of the applied arts? Explain your opinion for a few seconds. Very good. Their potentials are really amazing, and they contribute a lot, especially to the progress of our country. Well, what realizations do you have about Philippine raw materials and how they can be incorporated into fashion accessories? That is correct. Our country is rich with resources of raw materials to be used by designers in making their different creations. Number 3. What do you think about combining our traditional crafts and indigenous materials with worldwide trends in color, texture, design, and even function? That is great! The combination of traditional crafts, indigenous material with international trends will give a wonderful creation. Now, what is your reaction on the creations of the Filipino designers presented? Very good. They are truly amazing and wonderful. Which ones particularly impress or appeal to you? I agree with you guys. I believe all the Filipino designers deserve commendation because they possess extraordinary talent. Would you consider these designers as role models for young Filipino like you? Definitely yes. They could be your inspirations, right? All of your dreams to be designers or even to people who want to be successful in their chosen career. Well, it is good to know that you have understood our lesson for today. Surely, you took down notes a while ago. I'll be glad to all of you guys. Now, class, that you are ready for the quiz. Remember, I have told you a while ago that we will have a short quiz for today? Alright, please grab a clean whole sheet of paper and pen for our quiz. Pay attention as I will read the question twice. Did you get it, class? Let's start. Question number 1. In photography, what does the Greek word photos mean? Again, in photography, what does the Greek word photos mean? Number 2. It is an art form which has risen to tremendous heights within the last century. Again, it is the art of form which has risen to tremendous heights within the last century. Question number 3. What is the other term for film? What is the other term for film? Let's have question number 4. What do you call the media-based art that is more conventional in form? Again, what do you call media-based art that is more conventional in form? Question number 5. She had been dubbed as the Queen of Knitwear in the country Philippines. Again, she had been dubbed as the Queen of Knitwear in the country Philippines. And questions number 6 to 10. Enumerate 5 Filipino artists or designers who had shown their creation in arts and design. Again, enumerate 5 Filipino artists or designers who had shown their creations in art and design. I'm giving you your moments to answer. Did you answer all the questions? Now, let's see if you got all the correct answers. So here are the correct answers. Please check honestly. For number 1, light. Number 2, film. Number 3, cinema. Number 4, print media. Number 5, lulutan gun. For number 6 to 10, in any order. It's either Kenneth Conbunpue, Monique Luwelier, Josie Natori, Rahul Laurel, and Dita Sandico Ong. Did you all get the right answers? You're all awesome! Now let's give ourselves a fireworks clap! And now, we are done with our topic for today. I hope and wish and pray that you learned a lot in our lesson for today. Till we have our next lesson on air. Keep safe and stay healthy, class. I am your radio teacher, Ma'am Karen Joy A. Monforte, together with our scriptwriter, Mrs. Marjorie G. Sarsuela of LFG Diamantina National High School, and the whole SEO RBI Isabela production team. Thanks you for being with us this day. For queries or clarification, it is just one call away from your teachers. Thank you, and may God bless you all. Have a blissful day, class.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela!